What's up, my guys? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles, NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, Kyle Purviance, aka the DFS Bachelor. We got him on the show today, and it's my guy, Junior Browne, with the Fire Picks. My guys, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. What up with you, Junior? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, 2-0 on my show picks. I had the under in that Phoenix game 2. I remember a couple weeks ago when I was in Costa Rica, I said that the Cape don't fit Pandemic P. He got the basketball gods reminded him of that with them 2 free throws. Just keep your mouth shut, P, and just keep doing what you're doing. And them soft ass Bucks helped me get the cover. The fact that they lost, I'll leave that up to you guys to talk about because my Bucks bias is already kind of obvious. They ain't no worthy champions in my eyes, but we'll get to that later.
Exactly, Kyle. Yeah, that's the main thing that I'm trying to do right now, Kyle. Not let the bias get in my way. What's up with you, Kyle? Everything cool with you?
Everything's great, man. It's a good day. I love talking NBA with my boys. I love being here. Love the NBA chat. It gets rowdy in here. I'm excited for that. And look, I always like it. Yesterday worked out perfect. I had Bucks -4.5 in the first half and the Hawks to cover. So and the John Collins prop over is 24.5. So the NBA was good to me yesterday, even though I didn't watch a scintilla of that damn game because I was on the golf course, which is much more fun than watching the referees blow the whistle 85 times a game. But I hate the Milwaukee Bucks. I hate Coach Budenholzer, so anytime they lose, I'm happy. That's what he gets for having the dumbest rotations in the league, playing 9 guards a quarter. That's what he gets. This is what he gets. Bucks probably still pull the series out, but it was fun to watch them lose yesterday.
No, I was just finna say, Junior and Kyle got a proposition for you guys. I'll take Bucks for the series if you guys want the Hawks. Junior, what you want to do?
Absolutely not. Bucks
win. Come on, man.
Bucks win in 6. If I was that confident, I would have taken Atlanta money line first game. I expected Atlanta to keep it close. I did not expect Trae Young to be out there doing shimmies before he's shooting threes. I seen the shimmy after a made 3. Don't think I seen the shimmy before a 3. The levels of disrespect, they're pretty high, bro. If someone don't go out and put that boy on his ass, then this is not the NBA I grew up watching. This is some, I was about to say a different word. This is some soft ass shit we're watching. You're not coming to my house.
That's a given, Junior.
Yeah, you're not coming to my house, and in the third quarter, you're pump faking, shimmying, looking at my crowd doing it's cold. This boy is, I like it because he's confident in his game, so I don't have a problem with it. But if he was playing against me, I would have a problem with it. We'll see how the Bucks respond. I'd love to hear your comments on that play where he's guarding fucking Giannis in the post and Giannis is shooting fadeaway jumpers. This soft-ass, Greek-ass African. Go ahead.
What's up, Kyle? But yeah, then when Kyle say he was on the golf course all day yesterday. But yeah, let's get to it though. Let's get to these games today, my guys. First game up, Clippers versus Suns. Obviously, my guy Junior already let him know. Hey, look, his boy Paul George missing those free throws. They could have been tied 1-1. Now you're down 0-2 going back to LA, and CP3 is back in this one, my guys. We got the We have the Suns here laying 1.5. Kyle, what you like anything in this game?
Yeah, I mean, I like a few things. I got a few props we'll go over here. But for me, I'm sitting here. So let's talk about Paul George, right? It looked like he's maybe going to get that monkey off his back, right? He hits that huge shot, 9 seconds left. If that holds up and Michael Bridges doesn't throw the most beautiful baseline lob you're going to see in a clutch moment over a 7-footer to Ayton right above the rim, everyone's like, hey, playoff P, there it is. There's that clutch shot. There's that one to get him over the hump. Of course, he goes out and just clanks 2 free throws, playoff piece style. I don't know why this guy ever says anything. And they lose the game. So now we move to game 3. Conventional wisdom says what? Okay, team down 0-2, going back home after a tough loss. Usually they smack this other team. We've talked about that number several times just when I've been on the show. The trend is outrageous. But how the hell am I supposed to take the Clippers after that loss? Oh, yeah, and now Phoenix is getting back a rested and healthy Chris Paul in Staples Center. Chris Paul knows a thing or two about playing in Staples Center. Trying to make his first finals, I think the line's too short. I know what conventional wisdom says. It makes me a little nervous to take a side, but I can't put my money on this Clippers team. We saw what their best player did when it mattered most. I like the Suns. -1.5 here. If we're looking for a few prop plays in this game, a few of them stood out to me. So we saw in game 2, Zubats started over Nick Batum, played 34 minutes, 14 points, 11 rebounds. You're getting a points, rebounds, and assist total of over 16.5 today. Zubats has got to be on the court. They have no one else who can deal with DeAndre Ayton. So I think that number is a little bit low, that over 16.5. I also do like the over 8.5 assists at -130 for Chris Paul. He's averaging 8.7 assists throughout the playoffs. We saw that run with Denver. He went at the end, double-digit assists every night. I think he comes out fired up, focused. I think the 8.5 assists is a little low as well. So give me the Suns -1.5, Chris Paul over 8.5 assists, and Zubats over 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
There's some damn good props there, my guy. We know that the DFS Bachelor going to come on here and give us some damn good props. Both of those make sense as well to me, my guy. Junior, what you liking in this game, my guy?
Yeah, so it'll probably surprise some people. I'm actually taking Clippers money line. I think that the Clippers under Ty Lue have shown that they can make adjustments. If we're just being realistic, if I'm just talking about as a neutral and not someone who has a huge future bet on the Suns to win the title, which I do, Suns should have lost that last game. So now if you're the Clippers, you're going into a situation where you're like, listen, we've been down 0-2 in the first 2 series. This is nothing new for us. We should have won the last game. Yeah, Chris Paul is coming back, but like we talk about on the show all the time, when you bring in a high usage player back into a lineup, it can kind of mess up the rotation a little bit. It can kind of mess up the chemistry. Now, I know he's Chris Paul. I know he's the ultimate facilitator, but he's not the exception. He's still probably one of the highest usage rating players in the entire league, right? When he's on the court, everything kind of goes through him. So if that's going to be the case, I'm not saying that the Suns won't win, but it wouldn't be a shock if they kind of struggled a little bit, because it's going to throw things off a little. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, Cameron Payne is not taking 15 shots to get warmed up. He's only going to get like 4 or 5 shots to get warmed up, right? So a lot of different things, a lot of moving parts. I don't like a team's chemistry getting interrupted. I don't like the Clippers going down 0-3, because if they go down 0-3, then they're going to get swept. So you're giving me the home team who has proven that they have a real actual home court advantage because they actually win there. If you pay attention to what people are saying, they're like, listen, the Clippers crowd sounds like a real crowd, because instead of being afraid that they're going to lose, they're actually energized. The Lakers are out. They're representing LA, and they're getting behind their team. Maybe I'm talking a little too much, but I'm going against my Suns. Clippers money line. That's my play.
You surprised the hell out of me with that, Junior. I'll tell you something. I like that CP3 is back here. A lot of people like Suns back is gonna. Oh, CP3's back. In my opinion, this game 3 is gonna mess things up. I'm not saying that campaign is better than Chris Paul, but he is a younger player. Obviously, has a lot less tread on the tires. He's a lot quicker. First step. I mean, his shooting is a tad bit better as well. He's shooting pull-up threes out here. If you've been watching, campaign is mainly been the X factor in this game 1 and 2. You put him out and Chris Paul back in. Obviously, Chris Paul's a damn good player, but he plays a little bit different style. He plays a lot slower, more methodical basketball. He's trying to get into the mid-range area, try to get that shot or whatever. Mainly looking for his players. Campaign like, no, I'm going to go out here and bust y'all ass, because they don't really have a guy that can really just stay with campaign. Beverly, he's not necessarily quick enough, and most other guys don't necessarily have the lateral quickness. So just for this particular game, for this small window, give me Clippers first quarter, first half. I want to see CP3 out there starting. I know everybody's happy that he's back and stuff. They will bode well later on in this series, but for today, give me Clippers here early off. I want to ride with Junior really bad, because he's always on the Suns, son. I really didn't expect him to come here and say he's on the Clippers. I might have to ride with my guy Junior here and make it a trifecta, but I am already on Clippers early. We know the team down 0-2 at the house will come out with desperation, a sense of urgency as well. It's not always automatic, but the Clippers have definitely shown they can come back down 0-2. They might even be more comfortable in this situation. Obviously, you had the dynamic of they could be really down on themselves where they know they were supposed to win that game, or they could be really pissed. Like, we had a shot to win it. Paul George likely have a good game after missing those 2 big free throws. Probably couldn't sleep for a couple of nights. I think they'll be ready to play. Ty Lue has shown they can make adjustments. We saw that in game 2 as well. But regardless, even if they lose this game, I still like for them to come out hot and show some here. And I don't think they'll get swept. up. It's obviously it could happen, but give me Clippers first quarter, first half, and I'll likely be riding with my guy Junior Brand. If he liked the full game, I like it, but I didn't bet it yet. But I'll probably go with my guy Junior there. Kyle, any other things to say about this? Kyle, what you think about the total?
Well, the total, I'm sort of leaning the under here. I think you start to get some of that lemon booty here. The Clippers defense has got to play better, right? That lemon booty, you start tightening up. You're down 0-2, you're up 2. Like, this is a big game for the Suns, right? We're talking about a Chris Paul player who's probably one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player to never make an NBA Finals. He's going to be a little nervous. This Suns team's a young team. They're up 2-0. They can see, the light is at the end of the tunnel. The Clippers obviously know they've got to ratchet it up defensively. That's usually when you see these 2-0 holes and then the team comes at home and wins game 3, it's because they're aggressive on defense and they're going to the basket on offense. So if the Clippers do indeed pull this out, I think the under is the way it's going to go. This should not be a 130, 115 type of game. And I will say, the only bet on the Clippers that I would make would be that first quarter, because you would expect them to come out pretty motivated, aggressive. Maybe the Suns are a little, okay, Chris Paul's back, we already won, so they're not as focused. So the first quarter bet on the Clippers makes a ton of sense to me. But I think as the game goes on, just too much talent, too much depth for the Suns, too many question marks. I can't rely on the big-time players for the Clippers to show up in clutch moments. So for the game, I'm going to take the Suns, but I do like Clippers first quarter.
Yeah, Suns do have depth, and they do have the better bench as well. Obviously, I mean, even with now campaign sliding down to the coming off the bench as well. But like Junior said, this is a little, obviously it's not the same as game 1 and game 2. Now you got to come off the bench, which he's shown he can do it, but it's just a bit different dynamic. And I think that it'll show here, at least to start off this game. I think the Clippers have the advantage early on to start this game. Junior, what you think about the total? You think CP3 come back and slow it down, or you think that it'll equal to more points? It opened at 218.5. It's up to 221.5, my guy.
I'm afraid of the total here, and I think that the steam is going in the right direction just because the Suns are like 6 for like 26 from 3. I don't really think that's going to happen again. Chris Paul, though, is not a positive to the over. To me, I kind of didn't really know what the Chris Paul factor was going to be. Is Monty going to ease him back into the rotation? Mm-hmm. Is he gonna let you? So I kind of like cause you already know I've been on totals heavy for like months now. I kind of stayed away from the total because I don't know what the Chris Paul factor is going to mean for the pace of the game. I just don't.
Exactly. No, you said something there. That I was thinking earlier as well. So obviously he's coming back. Do we know that he's starting right at the gate? He hadn't been practicing with the team. He hadn't had any game action as well. And he tested positive COVID. So how will he look? Will they bring him off the bench? What will the case be? But we do know that, likely that he'll be playing. The way I'm thinking, if he's back, that he'll likely be starting, even if they kind of mess with his minutes, whatever. Yeah, but I mean, I want to hear that. I want to see CP3 starting.
There's 0.0% chance that they're like, oh yeah, Chris Paul, you're back after this bullshit COVID thing. First of all, we could. Why are they even testing that man? If the reports are true and he was vaccinated, someone came to me and said, we need to test you for COVID. I'm like, nah, dude, that's the whole damn reason I got this stupid vaccination anyways, was so that you guys didn't test me and didn't bug me.
So
that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, because I'm not vaccinated. I'm not going to ask you fellas if you're vaccinated, but I travel all the time. And once they told me that the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting COVID, it just makes the symptoms lighter if you get it, to my understanding. I was kind of off.
So he wasn't sick. It's not like he was sick. He's probably sitting there just pissed off. Like, this is ridiculous. I got this vaccine so that I wouldn't have to deal with this, so I could be there for my teammates. And yet you guys
Jay, sorry to interrupt you, Kyle. Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, Jay said something pretty important. You're not taking a week off of basketball and coming back okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to tell you that. That's just not going to happen. So
especially without practice. So
they're most likely going to have to ease him back into the lineup, which just kind of has me on the Clippers even more, because you feel like if you're the rest of the Suns, you're like, oh, okay, Chris Paul's back, good. Oof, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a letdown spot for these fellas, bro. You know
this is a tough one. I think the line says it all. 1.5 point. I mean, this is a close 50-50 game. It's tough. I mean, there's all the narratives and there's all the trends that say, yes, Clippers. And then there's sort of, when you look at the numbers, you're like, oh my God, it's the Suns. And then you see, It's interesting. It's tough. I don't blame people if they stay away from us. So this is probably,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm circling a game where I want to live bet it, this would be the
Mm-hmm.
one, kind of get those unknowns out of the way, because there are a lot of questions here. Me personally, I put my money just on the props. I did a couple of those props because the sides make me nervous. If they don't make you nervous, then you're way too confident about what you think in this game, and it's not based on anything, because this is 50-50 for sure.
By the way, I want to make another official play. Jay, I'm riding with you. First half Clippers -1. Let's get it.
Let's
Oh.
fucking go. My guy, Junior. Well, I'm riding with you then on the full guy. I hadn't made it yet, but I'm going to ride
I was
with
just
it,
logging
man.
in my account trying to put in the bet. But yeah,
Oh.
I'm all right. I like it, my guys, and I've seen this plenty of times. The star player come back, and especially when it's announced the day before, gives a lot of people a chance to hop on it. Like I said, I understand why people like the Suns even before Chris Paul. They shown they could beat them, but this particular game, I think it can mess things up just enough for the Clippers to get advantage. If you do like Suns, like you could possibly get a better number in game, maybe in the first quarter. I do see the Clippers having at least the lead in this first quarter, my guys. You might get maybe Suns even money or something at that. So definitely with a line, when it's a line at -1, 1.5, either way, you'll likely get a better number. All it takes is for a team to go up 4 points, and then that live line will be a lot better for the underdog, my guys. Could even possibly get plus points. But regardless, let's cash, man. Regardless of what you guys like, hope everybody cash today, man. Let's get to the next game, tomorrow's game. Let's go ahead and talk about this game 2 of Hawks versus Bucks. I know Junior loves this Bucks team. They love both of my guys love Mike Budenholzer as coach. They think that he definitely should have got Coach of the Year. So Junior, well, I'll admit, I'm listening to him. The guy talk the other day. I'm like, this guy is not. I don't even know if he has a good basketball mind. But Junior, what we doing? What you like in this Hawks versus Bucks game 2, my guy?
I don't like anything. No, I'm joking. I like Bucks first half official. The line is super high. I really, really can't stand the 4.5. I think it's the Hawks continue to be disrespected. I wanted to take the Bucks first quarter, first half, but even the first quarter line is 3. The first half line is 4.5. That's wild. So I'm actually kind of strongly considering taking the Hawks +3 just because of the disrespect. But I won't get crazy. Trae Young's not going to put up 48 again. There's just a lot of adjustments that. Listen, man, Coach Bud. I'm not going to disrespect him. He's a Pop, disciple. It's not worked out too well for these Pop disciples. If we're just going to be real, all them Negroes been. I mean, he's not black, but you know what I'm saying. All them niggas been fired, bro. So it ain't been working out too well for these Pop disciples. So I'm kind of sick of that narrative. But
where did Jenkins come from? Jenkins for the Grizzlies. Was he a Pop? What's it called?
I'm not sure, but the dude in Charlotte, he's gone. He was a Pop disciple. Pretty sure Atlanta's old coach, Pop disciple, he gone. All these guys gone. They're all garbage. Anyways, the point that I'm trying to make though is that the Bucks, if there's one opportunity they missed out on when they go ahead and lose to the Suns in the finals, was getting Rick Carlisle into Indiana, because that's the biggest move that could have ever happened to Indiana, was getting a real coach like Rick Carlisle. But in terms of game 2, I think Giannis, I think Chris Middleton, I think Drew Holiday. Bro, if I'm Drew Holiday and I'm watching, because before Trae did that little shimmy, he crossed Drew Holiday all the way back to South Central LA, or wherever it is in LA Drew Holiday comes from. He crossed that boy back to the West Coast.
Man.
All right?
Yeah, he had him drinking juice in the hood, right?
Now, as someone who watches basketball over and over, I know that he really didn't cross him like that. Drew Holiday was just trying to anticipate him going over the screen and cheated, so it made it look worse.
Look bad.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm Drew Holiday, I take that. I watched that Michael Jordan documentary and watch all the times where he's like, yeah, and I took that personal. You need to start taking all that personal, son.
Mm-hmm.
Get in his ass. Pause.
Yep.
Stop this boy from dancing and disrespecting the entire league. Because a couple months ago, people were like, oh, Trae's a fake Steph Curry. Now, all of a sudden, he's the most unstoppable player in the league. Stop this nonsense. Blitz this guy. Get the ball out of his hands. Make somebody else beat you. If the Bucks don't win this first half, I would be very, very concerned.
Exactly. Now, I'm with you on that. And Kyle, I'll be honest. If Trae Young's going for 48, you're not going to have a chance to win. What are we seeing from the Hawks? If he doesn't go for 48 to have a subpar 30 game, they usually get blown out. So it's either you like Trae Young props or I mean, it's not that simple, but Kyle, what you liking in this game? I know you hate the Bucks too. What we doing? Taking Hawks money line game too?
Hell no, we're not. I mean, it is that simple. Look, Milwaukee is way too good to lose the first two games at home to this Atlanta Hawks team. What happened in game one was an anomaly, and I think you see it regress to the mean. I think the Bucks come out here. I never bet full game 7.5s in the conference finals. That's just disrespecting a team that has made it to the conference finals. If I had the proverbial gun to my head and I had to say you're going to take -7.5 Milwaukee or +7.5 Atlanta, I would take Milwaukee because I do like Milwaukee first quarter. I like Milwaukee first half. I like them full game. They should absolutely stomp the shit out of the Hawks tomorrow. It's a must win. It's the biggest game of the year for this Bucks team. You cannot go down 0-2 at home to this team who everyone expected you to come out and blitz. Anyways, I expect them to be very, very motivated. No, I don't think Trae Young goes for 50 again. Yeah, I like the Bucks first quarter. I love the Bucks first quarter. I wish the number wasn't 3. You guys are right. The numbers are absolutely ridiculous and it sucks and there's nothing fun about that and it's going to be stressful the entire time. But the Bucks got to get it done here. First quarter, first half's the bet I'm going to make. If I had the gun to my head, like I said, I would take him in the full game as well. I expect him to win this game by double digits. They should beat the absolute shit out of Atlanta. If they don't, I mean, you fire Mike Budenholzer after game 2. If they lose this game, just get rid of him right there. Say screw it. We'll just bring an assistant. And you signed PJ Tucker for a reason. And trust me, it's not to score points. It's not even to rebound. It's not to get assists. You tell PJ Tucker, one of the scariest men in the NBA, you go out there and you put your forearm straight in the skull of that little fucker. Don't you ever let him disrespect us on our court again. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. PJ Tucker is the man. You don't need him on the court. Tell him to go out there. That first minute of the game, I expect to see him standing over Trae Young, making him his bitch. That's what needs to happen if they have any pride or self-respect. Straight up.
Hey, Kyle, I love the breakdown, man. This guy is hilarious. Now, I'm with you on there. Tucker got to go in. So you look at the matchup. It's like, who is Tucker going to guard? I know Holiday and Tucker. That's the only two people that I want to see on Trae Young. You got to double team him. Pick and roll. Why are you not double teaming this guy, man? It shouldn't take you one game for that. And that's exactly the reason why I came on the show the other day. I said, taking Bucks first half, but what do they always do? They let Hawks always come back with a strong second half. Bucks didn't necessarily have a good game plan, in my opinion. I cashed the first half. I shouldn't have. They cashed the first quarter as well. It was -2.5 juice. That's why you see it coming up to 3 and 4.5. Last game opened up at Bucks first quarter -2 and first half -4. Got bet. The first half got bet up to 5. First quarter got bet up to 2.5, 3. That's why you see it coming up because the Bucks know that this is an absolute desperation spot for the Bucks. First quarter, first half for me. I'm not scared of the -3. I think they'll be up 10 at the end of the first quarter by double digits, my guys. So I could be scared of it. It was one possession, but I see them being up by 5 to 10 points in the first quarter. Then they finna smack these boys up in the second half. Maybe not be as close as yesterday's game, but I'm still not taking Bucks full game. I think they'll smack them up as well, but Hawks always have a representative second half. Well, I don't know what it is. What they probably going there drinking some beers, some probably get on a little gas. But I thought I had half a joint left, man. Fire that thing up, man. We finna gas up.
Can I clear some stuff up here in the chat? First of all, this is not white rage, as I'm seeing in there, and I do not hate Trae Young. I like Trae Young very much. I think he's awesome. I'm saying if we're playing on my court, there's a little school right here at my local court, and a buddy comes in from another part of town and he does that shit in front of me, the next time we play on that court, that's how you do it. If you have pride and you have respect, you defend yourself, you defend your teammates, you defend your city, you defend your court. I'm not saying I hate them. I'm just saying this is what would happen on my court, and I got to believe there's a little bit of toughness in Milwaukee and a little bit of pride on that team, so I think they get it done. So let me just clear that up before you guys start accusing me of all this crazy shit out there.
No, and you're right, bro, because that applies to any sport.
Yes.
We've seen it when Terrell Owens went and posed on the Dallas Star. They try to take his head off. You'll see it in soccer all the time, bro. I'll post a Twitter clip on my Twitter where a guy scores a goal, goes and dances on the other team's logo. They literally try to karate kick his goddamn head off. Like, you don't be doing that shit, bro. So that's just the way that it goes.
Well, I've seen guys in baseball chunk the bat, or I'm not a huge baseball fan, whatever, but after a home run, then they do all this stare down and shit. Bro, guys that started fighting. I remember one guy came to the range. It was a Blue Jay. I think it was like Batista or something like
But
that.
it was,
And,
that was
yeah,
a great
it was Batista. And then them boys, after the next time, I was like, nah, bro, you got to box after that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so in the wild, don't let it be hockey. You know they scrapping. You know they scrap it in hockey. You don't even have to. All you do is say something wrong, man. That's why they missing their teeth and stuff, man. But now, regardless of all that, now me personally, game 2, I'll be on Bucks first quarter, first half, my guys. I'll be surprised if both of them don't cash, to be honest with you. Kyle, break them off with your officials, my guy.
Well, I'm going to go with a couple of props. I think Zubats gets over that 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I do like Chris Paul over 8.5 assists as well. You know, since scared money don't make money and everyone's on the Clippers, I'm going to take the Suns minus 1.5 in the full game because, you know, they got to be pissed at somebody, right? So let's let it be me. I mean, that seems to be what we want to do anyways. And in that Milwaukee game, I got Milwaukee first quarter, first half. I just think they come out there and smack them. I'll take Milwaukee first quarter, first half. I'm not going to touch that 7.5 for the full game. That's just not what I'm interested in. But Bucks first quarter, first half makes a ton of sense to me as well.
Sound like a Smack City spot to me, Junior. What's up with you, my guy? What's them fire picks from my guy, Junior Browne?
Yeah, someone in the chat just said we're trying to give bad picks.
And I know that guy for a long time. What are you doing, J. Peach? Get the hell out of here. That guy's been a fan of mine for years.
So
Don't be a moron.
I'm trying to cash.
We talk about being gassed up and all that, but some of y'all, you guys are smoking the wrong kind of gas if you think
seriously. I'm disappointed. You're about to get blocked.
Oh, stop it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, stop it, please. Bucks first half, Clippers first half, Clippers money line.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the last show we cashed every single play on here. No, Junior cashed every play. I cashed Bucks first half. Jordan cashed as well. My God, he had the under with the Suns game. I roll with my guys with the under. So I mean, we love doing this. I don't think anybody will come on here and tell somebody else to take something without having money on. My money's on for today's game, my guys. I have Clippers first quarter minus a half. Clippers full first half minus 1 as well. And tomorrow I'll be on Bucks, my guys. First quarter -3, first half -4.5. Those will likely, I could see the first half closing at -5, and I could see the first quarter closing at -3.5, my guys. So the lines likely go up. We are doing this game, doing these games a day before. So hey, if you guys like it, ride with it now. If you fading, hey, fade them, man. Do what you do, man. But yeah, we're just letting you guys know what we on, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. The 90% of guys were positivity in the chat. We really appreciate you guys, who we do it for. I'm your host, Jay Money. It's my guy, Kyle Purviance, aka DFS Bachelor. That's my guy, Junior Browne. We're here to cash these tickets, let you guys know how we looking at these games, personal plays. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles, NBA content we have, my guys. We gone.